What is up everyone, Barricade here, and I'm bringing you guys my review of Dragon Ball Super Episode 29. And honestly, I have to say, the one thing I'm really liking about this, whole new arc and everything, is it is kind of showing a little bit of a build-up. What I mean is like, yeah, it's going to be about the tournament. It's going to be about them training, about, fighting the strongest five fighters. But honestly, I have a really good feeling that this new arc is just going to be a precursor for something way worse that's going to happen later on. Basically, throughout the whole episode, we see that they're going to fight on the nameless planet. They're going to go by the rules of the Tenkaichi Budokai, and they're overall going to start the tournament within 5 days. And it just seems to me like it's gonna build up to something. I don't know. To me, it just seems like they're gonna build up to it, like something when it comes to the whole Beerus thing. I'll go more into that a little later. But overall, when it comes to the episode, it was really cool. We got to see, that the suits that they were wearing were actually extremely heavy. They throw them off and it lands on the ground, and it just keeps sinking and sinking and sinking. So imagine how heavy something would have to be for it to just keep sinking no matter what if once you just drop it on the ground. So that was actually pretty cool how that showed that they're that strong. I just wish they kind of had like more of an actual weight to it so we can see like an actual feat for Vegeta and Goku. But of course, once again, they never say how much something weighs. I just wish that Dragon Ball Z and them had like just a little bit more feats, a little more accurate depiction of what they were doing instead of just saying, "Oh, this is so heavy that it does that." But I mean, it was still pretty cool that they showed that they were that strong. And then the one thing that was a little different than the manga was I remember reading, because I've been keeping up with the manga, and in the manga, Goku gets kind of picked to be the first fighter, and I think even Goku's like a little surprised, like he's like, "Oh, I'm up first." But in this one, he actually wants to fight first. He's like, "Oh, I wanna go first." He tells Vegeta, and Vegeta gets mad about it. And then we go and see the part where they're on Earth, and they talk about the Super Dragon Balls and everything like that. And then they decide to use Shenron to basically try to get the locations of it from another universe. But Shenron basically states that even though he can grant wishes, he can't even grant that. He can't grant to give them the locations of the Super Dragon Balls because it's out of his power. Like he doesn't know, and that was actually kind of cool because it gave like a new limitation to Shenron, because a lot of people think Shenron could just grant whatever, but he can't locate something that's in a completely different universe, which actually makes a lot of sense. Bulma makes the Super Dragon Ball radar, which looks a lot different. It's bigger, and then she actually goes on to talk about how pretty much she doesn't want Beerus to find the Super Dragon Balls. She doesn't want him to find it because something about the way he acted and what his expression was kind of shows that if he were to get the Super Dragon Balls and make a wish, he'd probably wish for he said the world. But I honestly believe he would wish like the whole universe to be completely destroyed, because that's just his thing. He's the god of destruction, and it's kind of true. Like I honestly feel that's what's gonna happen. Like they're gonna have the tournament. It's gonna be a cool tournament. It's gonna be a cool fight, but then it's gonna lead up to something worse. I'm just calling that now. Either it's Beerus is gonna go crazy and want to destroy everything, or a new villain's gonna pop out. I don't know. Something's gonna happen because of this tournament. That's just one thing that's what always happens. Look what happened with the Buu Saga. They looked like they were just gonna have a cool tournament. We're gonna get to see Vegeta and Goku fight, and out of nowhere, Supreme Kai shows up, and then it leads straight into the Buu Saga, so we didn't even get to finish that tournament. So, that's probably what's going to happen with this arc. I have a feeling that something's going to happen either during or after the tournament, and it's going to lead into something new, a new villain, either Beerus again, just something completely different than what this main thing is. And either it'll interrupt the tournament or it'll be after the tournament, and it's going to be something with over the Super Dragon Balls. Like maybe they're going to fight Beerus over the Super Dragon Balls or something crazy like that. The one thing I actually wanted to bring up, kind of a little off topic, was I thought it was cool how Vados showed like she can actually like create atmosphere, create things out of nothing. Like she actually has like that really kind of strange ability. So it kind of shows how they are gods. What I mean? She can just randomly whip up a random part of the planet, completely give it full atmosphere, build stuff out of nothing, and just completely create stuff. So that was kind of cool how we get a little bit more of a god feeling to them. And then like we see, has a picture of Beerus and the picture of Champa on one side. And then they're just going to set it up for the tournament. So it's going to be pretty cool. The other thing I actually want to bring up too that kind of got on my nerves, still kind of annoys me, is how when Shenron was summoned, he said he can grant 3 wishes. At the end of Dragon Ball Z, they stated that he can only grant 2 wishes. And then even in Resurrection F, he said 2 wishes again, but in the movie. But for some reason in the anime in Dragon Ball Super, they're saying 3 wishes now, and they never ever said why. They just randomly said, "Oh, he can grant 3 wishes now." Like I wish they kind of gave a little bit more of an insight to why. Like I'm pretty sure Dende probably just got stronger and he could just make the Dragon Balls do an extra wish. But I kind of just wish they actually brought it up. And actually, speaking of that, I thought it was really hilarious how Goku once again forgot to revive King Kai. Poor King Kai has been like wanting to come back to life for like the longest time, and Goku just once again forgot, to not revive him. And poor King Kai, and it shows him for like a little second, like, oh, like he's sad about it. And then we get to see, that Beerus states once again that this new guy, Manaka, or if I even said that right, is the strongest person that he ever fought. He's even stronger than Goku. So, and I've seen him. I'll probably put a picture of it right here in the video. He looks so weird. I have a feeling he probably has like a super cool badass like transformation, because just the idea of this guy looking so weird, and the way he looks and everything, and being stronger than Goku, it's gonna like, oh come on. Like I have a feeling he has some like crazy OP transformation where he just like probably gets all yoked or something, gets all buff, gets all huge or something, because I doubt he looks like that the entire time he's fighting. That's just my personal opinion, but you never know. And then we get to see towards the end, that Bulma, just once again, like I was saying before, she doesn't want Beerus to get the Dragon Balls. She just doesn't trust him, which I don't blame her. And it was kind of funny how she actually smacked him on the head when he called her old, and he actually let her live, surprisingly. But she just flat out does not trust him, and I don't blame her, because he's the god of destruction, and I'm pretty sure he kind of has a little bit of a own little agenda in his mind, when it comes to that. And I'm pretty sure he wants to keep the Earth because he loves the Earth, but in the end, utter destruction is what he loves. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure his love for destruction would, bypass his love for the Earth. So Bulma actually calls Jaco, and basically calls her sister to call Jaco, and then poor Jaco has to come to the Earth and basically help her find the Super Dragon Balls, I think. Well, she gave the Dragon Ball radar to Goku, so that's why I'm kind of confused, because she called Jaco to go help her, but yet she gave the radar to Goku, so I don't know if she's like making Jaco go with Goku, or if she's gonna go with Jaco to do something else. I'm kind of like confused with that, but I guess we'll find out more in the new episode. But overall, this episode is freaking cool. I love what they're doing with this. They're building up something. I know that for a fact. Basically, this tournament is going to build up something. I'm just calling that now. It's going to build it up to either Beerus going crazy again, or a new villain or something. It's not going to just be this tournament. I'm just saying that right now. But anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, please definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me what you guys think about Dragon Ball Super and the new Champa arc. Overall, I'm liking it, and even though it isn't crazy action fighting, you gotta admit the art is actually a lot better now. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and take it easy. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see my most recent Gears of War video, hit that link on the left. If you want to see my most recent Dragon Ball video, hit that link on the right. Thanks for watching, guys.